Bayern Munich won 5-0 versus Freiburg. I was very happy with the performance. Nagelsmann's players did well. I had a player ratings video. I think everyone got over a 7 out of 10, which shows a good performance from the boys. Check out that video after this. My standouts, Goretzka, Sane, and Choupo. Sane and Choupo, 9 out of 10s for me. They were absolutely superb in this game. My happiness after this game, very high. Freiburg are a good team. Although, let's be honest, they didn't defend very well in this game. Case in point, look at the Mane goal. What is their defender doing? He could easily clear that pass, but he doesn't. So I think Freiburg were leaky today. There was rain, which was leaking in the Black Forest. But oh well, we picked up the win, but they weren't great today. Freiburg didn't play very well. Bayern's quality of play was very good though. There were some delightful passages. Sane was at the heart of some of these delightful Bayern passages, playing some cheeky 1-2s, some great through balls. Freiburg very open, unlike some of the more closed defensive setups that we've struggled against in the Bundesliga. So that also helped us out. But it doesn't take away from how good some of the passages were. They were really good. Hansi Flick, tiki-taka, flicky-flaka-esque, so to speak. Nagelsmann's rating for this game, 9 out of 10. I was bashing him in my mind mentally for playing Choupo-Moting instead of Matthias Tell, instead of playing Goretzka up front, instead of playing Gravenberch in midfield in the 4-3-3 with like maybe Gnabry, Sane, Mane in the front three. I was so wrong. Choupo-Moting was unreal today, and Nagelsmann deserves his credit for playing Choupo-Moting, because as that front man, the target man we've lacked since Lewandowski, he was able to add another dimension to our play, holding up the ball, aerial option, balls into his feet. He was dribbling well, contributing well on the wing. He played really well. Honestly, on the back of this performance, Choupo-Moting should play next game, because he just played incredibly. The tactics worked very well. As I said, Freiburg were open, but we exploited that. We were quick on the counter-attack, quick in transitions. And Nagelsmann's subs were very good. That's why I'll justify his 9, or was it 9 or 8 out of 8.5 out of 10? I'm not sure. One of those is his rating. It was a very good performance from Nagelsmann. He out-tactic arguably the best coach in the Bundesliga, Christian Streich. So it was really impressive from Nagelsmann. I want to once again emphasize Sane and Choupo-Moting. They were so good. The 1-2s they were playing. And it was champagne football at times. At some point, I think there was like a Sane pass to the right, back to Sane, Choupo-Moting, back to Sane, and then Sane, delightful, incisive through ball to Mane. It was that type of play. It was flowing, it was one touch, and it was really a delight to see. Defensively, 4-2-3-1 formation, nothing much to say about this. 4-2-3-1 in our defense. Choupo-Moting led the press. We pressed them at times, we sat back at times. Nothing much to say. In offense, this is where it got quite interesting. It was like a 4-2-3-1, 4-1-4-1, back to the good old 2017-18 season job days. Thomas Muller and James Rodriguez, remember those days in the center? Well, it was kind of like that. It was 4-1-4-1, 4-2-3-1 hybrid, because Kimmich was often pretty lone as the CDM here. So before we saw Sabitzer and Kimmich, where Sabitzer would actually be deeper than Kimmich, allow Kimmich to go forward. But now we're really seeing Goretzka really push high, which means Kimmich has to stay back, but he actually is staying back, unlike previously. So our midfield seems to suddenly have more balance since Goretzka has come back, and today Kimmich was playing as a lone midfielder. Goretzka was pushing really high, especially on that left-hand side, and we often found him up making runs through the left wing. Often if Sane, if Mane, if someone dropped, it was Goretzka who was making runs right through the center of the pitch in the left-sided half space in the center. So he was really playing advanced, almost as a cam, along with Sane at times, and this was really interesting. It was very effective. It contributed another man into the box. His late runs were also dangerous as ever, and Goretzka was a really important cog in the Bayern Munich machine. Mazraoui and Davies, in contrast, were playing very wide. I thought that before the game, I thought Mazraoui might play his inside role, which is what I predicted. But in the actual game, Mazraoui um, played quite far wide, constantly overlapping. There was one time Kimmich played a nice ball to him. He was constantly getting up there. Sometimes he was coming inside a bit, but most times than not, it was Gnabry and Sane not providing so much width on the right hand side, which is why Mazraoui had to push forward, because Gnabry and Sane were interchanging. So sometimes Gnabry would be on the right, mainly 70% of the time, let's say, and then 30% would be Sane. But even when these guys were on the right, they weren't providing the width like the Sane we've seen in previous games, who stays and really hugs the touchline. Gnabry and Sane were much more direct, much more through the center, and that's why there was lots of play between those right attacking half spaces, because you have Mazraoui darting up, providing width, taking a marker out, which leaves Sane, Gnabry, and Choupo-Moting to really intercombine in those half spaces. There was interconnection, there was rotation between the attackers, but not as much as the start of the season, say, versus Leipzig or Frankfurt, or some of the previous games, where it's really been all four attackers can be so fluid. Like even the game versus Pilsen when Muller was playing, all the attackers were so fluid. Here there was more structure. It was more like the Bayern under Lewandowski. Choupo-Moting is that focal point up front. Mane is the left winger. And then you had Sane and Gnabry who were changing between themselves. Davies also providing that width on the left-hand side, because Sadio and Mane was cutting inside at times. There was some good combination there. But overall, I'm just very happy with this Bayern performance. It was very smart from Nagelsmann, the tactics, because we really overloaded Freiburg's formation with some of our attacking plays. Goretzka pushing really high up allowed us to have that extra attacker. Sane and Gnabry were interchanging so well because they were very close together. They could constantly play 1-2s. Also, Choupo-Moting as the focal point, you can actually play 1-2s off him, because if the system's too fluid, and that often means there's no one left at striker, there's no one where it's an outlet where you can pass the ball to, then expect it back. But look at Sane's goal. Sane just plays a pass, so there's a defender between Sane and what's his name, and Choupo. Sane plays a pass to Choupo, bypasses the defender who's here, and then Choupo lays it off to Sane, who's on rushing, and then Sane finishes it. And by the way, what bend on that shot by Sane. Unbelievable, like a banana. But just a great performance for Bayern. Maybe things are picking up for us without Thomas Müller, without Manuel Neuer, without key players. Let's continue this momentum into the next matches. Thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts on the videos, and goodbye.